Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty slick return there as he's out just shy of the 45-yard line.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Green 90. Left.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll get 3 up to midfield.
These short runs, defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Here we go now.
They'll run here. It's Murray. Oh, fancy running by Murray. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That good for 19 and a first down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
That was second down run for Murray. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
One man in the backfield, Murray on 2nd and goal. Now they'll run. Murray. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll run for it. This is Murray. And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Latavius Murray with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Butker now to kick this one away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now Newton on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Chris Jones on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. And that's now a 2-touchdown game as the Eagles have scored again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 34.
Ready. Green 39. Green 39.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Ready. Blue 45. Blue 45. Black 58. Royal. Black 58.
A handoff. It's Murray. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on.
Here we go now.
I think he likes natural light best.
On first down, Murray. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this. This is Murray. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
But we just saw a great example what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
No chance. No chance. Slow. Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. He's going to look deep down the field. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Set. 180. Green. Hey, get right down.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Do something. Set. 180.
Out of the gun, Newton. It's caught by Sanders. And down he'll go at the 25. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. The extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd down, here's Newton. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first down throw for Newton. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. D. Ford in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A minute 59 to go in the first half. Back to Denver right after this.
Here we go. Gun. Set. 180. Right there to 3. Right 52. Hey. Go. Here we go.
Newton on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Denver. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. First down, Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
10th carry of the game now, Murray. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Latavius Murray with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Back to the air. Newton on second down. Sanders has it over the middle. And all the way down to the 29. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On first down, it's Newton. He's going to let it go deep for the... And caught by Sanders. Touchdown, Broncos. Emmanuel Sanders in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos get a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. And this one might be going the other way. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey. That's it. 180.
On first down, Newton. Finding some room at midfield. Over the middle, complete. It's Sanders. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw on second down is Newton. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Off play action, Newton. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Matt Bosher now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This will be fielded at the 17. Spins past him. First reps in half number 2. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, it's like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On second down, here's Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
They go back to Murray on first down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And the kick by Butker is good. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
To throw on second down, Newton. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
180. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Hey, get right down. Get right there. Get right there. 20. No, check that. Check that. What, right 52 right here. 20.
To throw on third down, Newton. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Rolling to his right. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 26-yard line.
Left.
They'll run it left side with Murray. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Latavius Murray, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Chiefs are able to grow. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being
there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey.
Newton on 1st down. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Set. 180. Next pass.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Third and long, it's Newton. Got him in, he finds Sanders. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Newton. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton. And this one's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Newton, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5 on the 10. They should be ready to go.
Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 51 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there. We keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
The 1st down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Staying on his feet. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Green, 90. Green, 90.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. His pass caught at the 4. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. Butker now to add the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now Newton. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Gun. Great.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Over the middle, he's got Deshaun Hamilton. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
3 down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves. But they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now Newton on 1st down. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing is Newton. And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Broncos on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Newton. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now they got to get to successful.
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
On third down, Newton. Sanders has it over the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They'll run it now out of the gun. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Broncos on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Newton. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Looking deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Space to maneuver at the 40. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. As they finally wrangle him in at the 40. There. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Mahomes now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Shaquille Barrett coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. He sets to fire deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively. fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
Green 39. Green 39.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant to the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Ready. Green 90. Green 90.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Chiefs, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Denver, they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
you